Take two. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title below, today is story time, and I'm going to be sharing with you how I spent my summer vacation over there in Guadalajara. Now, my last video spoke about me going over there to spend my summer vacation, and it's kind of like an introduction. I was thinking it would be best, just make a general video instead of pieces by pieces. So this video is going to be on everything that I did for the summer. So let's get into it. As you can see, I am back home, and my trip to Guadalajara was amazing. So school was out as of the 2nd of June. There were exams, and there we had to sign off grades and everything, and my vacation officially started on the 9th. That was the last day that I had to go to school and do some transactions, and I left to Guadalajara on June 10th. Right, it was June 10th because that day my little nephew, well, the last one, he had to do like his some school dance as a way of saying goodbye to the grade that he not grade, he was in pre-kinder. Yeah, I think he was in pre-kinder. And yeah, and I was kind of sad because I really wanted to be there to see him dance and do his little, they had to dress like minions and stuff. But I left that day. It was a Saturday, and oh my god, the ride was so long. I thought it was 10 hours, but actually it was 8, almost 9 hours. But other than that, it was just interesting because I get to see different villages, I get to see different places. I mean, the majority of the ride was grass and mountains, but I was able to see what it's like apart from being in the state that I am. And yeah, so the first few days was kind of relaxed. When I arrived there, it was hot because I am already accustomed with this climate here in Puebla. It's always cold. Like right now it's hot, well, not so hot, but it's warm, I should say. But when nighttime approaches, oh my god, it's so cold. I have to walk around the house with socks and everything. But in Guadalajara, it was so hot, and eventually, I was there for almost 2 months. Then my body started to get accustomed, but not entirely, But anyways, when I arrived at Guadalajara, my brother lives in a city in Guadalajara. I don't know, the name of it is Zapopan, and such a lovely place. But when I arrived, that's what I wanted to say. When I arrived, so much rain, and the thing is, over there, when it rains heavily, the streets are like literally like rivers, like you can, like streams, I should say. But yes, my nephews were still at school, so we couldn't really go anywhere as we could, because if we do leave in the morning, then who is going to pick up the kids? Because my brother's wife pick up the kids in the afternoon, and it would be like a little bit troublesome. So the first few days were chill. We went to the market, and we also celebrated my nephew's birthday, the last one. His birthday is actually on July 25th, but as his school was going to close earlier than his birthday, his mom decided to have a class party. It was so cute, and everybody sang happy birthday first in Spanish and then in English, and he was just there like with his crown and everything. So it was really nice. And yeah, oh, and I almost forgot that my brother took me to this really cool restaurant that has this French thing, and it was such, I would say, a very cozy place. Really nice spot. I think that was about it for the first few days. Now, my brother's wife cousin came to visit from the States, and that's her first time being here in Mexico. And she only stayed for 2 days, I think it was 2 days, and then we decided to visit this village that's called TEQUILA. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. When I first heard about this village, my brother really told me that there is a village called TEQUILA, and TEQUILA is, Mexico is known for its tequila. Tequila is basically all over the world, and I was quite intrigued. I'm like, what, tequila? All the factories of tequila are there. But before I get into that, when during the ride to Guadalajara, I saw these strange plants. Now I know what the pineapple plant looked like, so I was saying like some weird looking pineapple. I watched it while along the way because I saw fields of this type of plant, pineapple looking plant. I was like, whoa, that's not pineapple. If it is, then it's really weird, because you know the head of the pineapple has some kind of sharp leaves or sharp points, or you would say. And I was like, hey, well, only to find out after my brother told me that that's the tequila plant. And I also got to learn more when we went to one of the factories. So we decided, you know, we're going to do a little tour, especially as my brother's wife cousin was here. So we decided, like I mentioned, to go to visit this village, and we took the bus. And it was the first time for my wife, but my brother's wife, it was the first time for my brother's wife. So we took the bus to go over there, and it was an hour and about 15 minutes long. I tried to sleep on the bus, but no, so much excitement, I just couldn't. So upon arrival, we first like did a little tour of the central of the village and see what it looks like. I bought, what did I buy? I wanted like a little souvenir. Now, one of the things I love is whenever I go to a place, I like you know, like those key things. I love to buy these things as a reminder of, you know, where I have been. So I only bought this. You can see it. It's this that says Mexico. Oh, both sides say Mexico, and you know, Mexico is known for that big sombrero here. So I bought this while I was there, and we just went on to watch other stuff, you know, us being girls, clothes, shoes, and see. And frankly, it's really cheap over there. And yeah, so while walking, you know, all the tour guides want to make a business and stuff, so we were approached by so many inviting us to different areas where they do their tours and stuff, until we decided with one in particular where the bus or the tour bus is shaped like a chili, like a pepper. And it was so, we took so many pictures, inside, outside, we took so many pictures and stuff, you know. But it was so much fun because the group of people we went with, the group of people that registered to do the tour with us, there was so much fun, and the tour guide was just she was just a darling. So we started off our tour, and we began well, the tour guide began showing us the different places and the different buildings, the age, you know, how long ago since they've been constructed, and who were the founders and everything.
¿Dónde es que le va a faltar el dinero? Saludos. ¿Por qué? Porque se dice que la gaviota se lavó las manos aquí y voló hasta los pinos, ¿sí o no? Y ella dice que valió la pena.
Now the second part of tour was to visit a factory, a tequila making factory, and with the help of our tour guide, of course, we did a tour, you know, learning the processes and how tequila is made from the plant all the way to being in the bottle. I've arrived at the factory where the tequila is made, so right now we're going to do a tour and see exactly face by face how is this done. So we are right now walking towards the entrance in order for us to begin our tour of the factory.
Aquí comienza el recorrido, se abre ese portón entre los camiones de agave. Esta es una báscula, aquí pesan todas las toneladas que van a llevar a los equipos para ponerlas a cocer a base de vapor. Pasen en esta báscula.
what they use to make the tequila, the raw product. That's it right here. So the plant has flowers, right? It basically looks like a pineapple. So what they do after they take off the leaves and everything, they will cut the bulk part, this bowl that you're seeing right there, like a ball. They will cut it and they will cook it in this huge oven. So they will cook it in that. That was over, there was this really cool gallery where they was like exhibiting the history of tequila, the plant, and the god. And yes, he took a picture of the goddess because the tour guide was telling us, you know, all the history about the god. And you know, if there are some people that sing, that cry, and I forgot what she said. There was like the reactions, you know, like the drunken effects. Some people sing, some people cry, some people laugh, some people I can't remember, but you know, the after effects was as a result of the diosa, the god of tequila.
I'll be damned.
What was her name? I can't remember her name. I think it was Medusa is the one with the snakes in her head, but it starts with M as well, and it was just hilarious that moment. They brought us, you know, to taste the different flavors of tequila. I had to sit down well for this one. at the end of that, I think our mistake was we did not eat before we went on the tour. We only had breakfast, and we started the tour like around 2 o'clock, so you know, we were hungry and everything. We had plans to eat before, but then we were just saying, you know what, let's just go ahead on the tour. And my god, we started off well. First, the tour guide was giving us a trick on how to drink tequila without getting drunk. No. I tried it first. I saw they were doing it, you know, my sister-in-law and her cousin, but I was like, what? No, I just threw that. It was 4 flavors, as you can see in the picture. It was tequila white, I can't remember the names, but it was 4 flavors, but one of them being tequila white, and they started like from the white all the way down to the strongest one. So we got, first they introduced us to the root, the cooked root of the plant, and oh my god, it was so delicious. I kept stealing a few because it was so good. So yeah, we first tasted the root of the plant cooked and everything, and then here goes the technique. So what we had to do, everyone does it, and that's how you're supposed to drink tequila, you know, with the salt and the lime. So after we ate the root and tasted, you know, to see how it tasted and stuff, we went ahead to taste the tequila. Oh. Afterwards we were laughing like clowns. But yeah, so there was a plate of lemon slices, orange slices, and salt. So first we eat the lemon and we eat the lemon and the salt, and then the technique from what she told us was to first we had to swirl it and smell it, and then when we drink it, we holding it in our mouth for we have to leave it in our mouth for a few swish, and then inhale and exhale the smell of the tequila, and then we swallow. In that way we won't get drunk. But I was not doing that. We were not doing that. I don't think anyone was doing that. So, you know, we tasted, my favorite was the first one and the last one, and she was saying a lot of people didn't like one of those. She said that a lot of people made some negative comments on, but the majority of the people that were there tasting loved it, including me. And yes, so we had our first shot, and then we go with the second shot, and then we start, ooh, let's get the party on. We started with this third shot, and it was kind of interesting to like taste the different flavors, how one varied from the other, and it was really nice. Afterwards everybody was all rowdy, but you know, we kept it sane. We were just laughing a lot. So there was a shop that sells like whichever one that you like. There was a shop that sells the bottles, but we didn't buy anything, we just bought souvenirs. And yeah, and that was it. The third part of the tour began. We now had the idea that, you know, that was everything, and we were going to go back to where we started, and started from the bottom. Now we're here. I don't know why I started singing that song, but yes. So when we went back to where we started, and that was the third part of the tour. Took us to this shop where they were selling tequila as well, but with flavors. There was coffee, rum and raisin. There was almond, peach. I can't remember all, but it was a good amount. So you should know that apart from tasting it raw, like no flavors or anything, just a pure tequila, apart from that, we tasted it with flavor. So you guys should know how we ended up. I mean, we were not dead drunk, we were just a little bit tipsy because we did not eat, like I mentioned earlier, and it was just fun. So we did our tour and everything, and then after we left, and it was just a moment to remember, I should say. Next day we decided to visit the central of Guadalajara itself, and then we went to a restaurant and had something to eat. And then we went to visit the area. We also went on a tour. First we went, so it was just my brother, it was my sister-in-law, her cousin, my nephews and myself. But then later my brother came and met up with us, and then we went to do a tour, and it was a horse ride, like a carriage, like a princess. So I was like, that was my first carriage ride, and I was so excited and all hyped, you know. And then we went to just do, it was a 30-minute tour and see the different places, called Central East and those antiques buildings, and it was really nice. And that was pretty much it. We hardly did anything apart from the tour. We hardly did anything, and the weather was so bad as well, because it was raining that week. It was raining a lot, but thank God when we went to Tequila it wasn't raining, so we had a ball of a time. But yeah, so the last big place that we went, the last big place that I went was to a beautiful village called, or city. Is it a city or village? I think it's a village. Beautiful. I think it's well known for its massive lake, and it's called Chapala. And my brother always used to tell me, my brother sent me a picture once upon a time, just before, he sent me a picture before I went to Guadalajara some time ago, and it was such a beautiful place. I now thought it was like the sea, because it looks and everything like the sea. So we went there, they took me there, and I was so taken aback because it was such a beautiful place. We got something to drink, and then after we went and walked around to see how the area was. More for me, just to see. And you know me, I wanted a souvenir of this place. I wanted a souvenir of this place. So now I remember the name of this key thing. I mean, you know, sometimes this never happens to you, like for such simple things you forget how it is called. And also whenever you see a word, like you think to yourself, that's how it spells, you know. Well, I just had a moment like this where I forgot how a keychain is spelled. I forgot how to call a keychain. But anyways, that is besides the point. So I bought this little boat with a frog with the name Chapala, as you can see. So I bought this, and also we ended up in a sunglasses booth. One of my favorite YouTubers, Natural Nisi, I saw her rocking these really awesome shades, and I was like, you know, I really like these shades. So when we came up to the sunglasses booth, I saw the shades that she had in one of her vlog videos, and I was like, so these were the shades that I saw her using in her vlog, and when I saw it, I was like, yo, I want this. I really want this. So yeah, I just love this shit. So yeah, then afterwards we went to eat something and basically sightseeing, and that was just all that day. It was awesome. It was 2 thumbs. That I was in Guadalajara, it was kind of like a chill day, you know. We really didn't do anything. I mean, we went out certain times in the central, in the mall. We went to the mall. We went to the mall and, you know, just have some girl time and free up time, and it was really good. My overall experience over there in Guadalajara was perfect. It was 100%. I enjoyed every single thing. I wasn't bored. You know, there was certain times where, you know, I was bored, but it wasn't to the point where I would be like, oh, I want to go home, I'm so bored. No, it was nothing like that. So I had a really great time. And most of all, I was with my brother, his wife, and my 2 beautiful nephews. And so guys, we have come to the end of my story time talking about my summer vacation over there in Guadalajara, Mexico. And I do hope that you guys enjoyed it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.